As soon as the man lay down to sleep, a soft shadow suddenly came from behind and wrapped itself around him. He was just about to push her away when he suddenly noticed a familiar fragrance. At that moment, he realized that it was none other than the girl from his childhood dreams and his new wife. In fact, when he was a child, he had once been trapped in an accident, and that same girl had risked her own life to save him. At that very moment, he silently swore to himself that when he grew up, he would marry only her. But later, the girl suddenly disappeared without leaving any trace, and he never saw her again. Then one day during a family banquet, his grandfather suddenly brought an unfamiliar girl in front of him and said that she was the fiancée he had chosen for him. At that time, he was completely unprepared and wanted to refuse. But the moment he heard a familiar name from his grandfather's mouth, he froze on the spot. He was just about to ask about the girl, when suddenly a cunning girl who was in love with him, out of jealousy, tried to throw a glass full of wine at her. But the girl quickly dodged herself in time. However, the glass shattered, and her ankle received a slight injury. After that, the cunning girl deliberately fell to the ground and pretended to be heartbroken, begging the CEO to help her up. But the man completely ignored her and directly held the girl's hand and took her to the hospital. At the hospital, the moment the doctor looked at the girl's wound, his face suddenly became serious. The CEO nervously asked, "Is there any serious problem?" But then the doctor smiled and said, "If your girlfriend had arrived a little later, this wound would have completely healed without leaving any scar behind."